Have you got what it takes to be a referee? In this video, we're going to talk about the toughest job in football, being a referee. Referees have to make split-second decisions, know the laws of the game inside out, as well as being fit enough to outrun players. All of this just to get to the top and referee in the biggest games. As a referee, you'll also need to master softer skills like communication, management of the game, and dealing with abuse. No one ever starts their refereeing career with all of these things mastered, but how do you know if you've got what it takes? At REFSIX, we've been helping referees improve their game for years. We've created our list of top 5 attributes that will help you make it as a referee. If you don't possess all of these yet, don't worry. They can be learned over time. With the help of tools like REFSIX and signing up to our REFSIX Academy, the link is in the description, to learn about more of these and how to improve as a referee. Our first attribute about being a referee is your knowledge of the laws of the game. As a referee, you'll be challenged by players, fans, coaches, and parents over every single decision. So it's imperative that you know the laws of the game. You'll have more confidence in the decisions that you make, as well as being more confident when communicating them. The laws of the game change slightly every single season, and they're defined by an organisation called IFAB. We won't go into the details about this here, but we'll include a link in the description to more information about every law. The second attribute is fitness. Now, you may not know this, but referees run further than players in most matches. In the Premier League, for example, referees will run roughly 12 kilometres compared to the average outfield player that runs 10 kilometres. Even at lower levels, you'll need to be relatively fit and active to keep up with the game. The first reason fitness is important is that you're able to keep up with the pace of the game. This means that you'll be closer to play and you're more likely to make the right call. Remember, angle gives you clarity and proximity gives you credibility. The second reason is that if you're physically fit, you'll be able to concentrate in the later stages of the game. In 2023, there was a study completed with American referees that found that referees that had a higher fitness test score also had a higher percentage of correct decisions. As you move through the levels as a referee, your fitness will be tested as a prerequisite of promotion. We've created a free fitness plan to help you get ready, and you can find this in the link in our description. Our third attribute is the ability to deal with feedback and abuse. Being a referee is never easy, and you're always going to anger 11 people on the pitch, no matter what decision you make. You need to be prepared to handle this confrontation in a calm yet assertive manner. This is one of the hardest things to get right in refereeing, especially if you're just getting started. This is because if you come across too calm, you might be perceived as a bit of a pushover, but if you come across too assertive, you might be seen as arrogant. To get the balance right, you need to be able to understand when players are getting frustrated versus when players are getting abusive. And this will differ from referee to referee, as everyone has different tolerance levels. So the more games that you complete, the more you'll get to understand what your tolerance level is towards players. It's not just players and coaches that you'll get feedback from. Other referees and observers will have their say as well. These people are probably the hardest people to take feedback on, as it can feel like they're criticising you as a referee. However, it's important to understand that these people want you to become a better referee. So if their comments feel like they're being very picky, then this is probably a good thing, as they aren't finding big flaws in your referee performance. Having a tool like REFSIX that can give you unbiased feedback, which is especially useful in the early stages of your career. The data can be shared with coaches and observers that add further context to your match. Making a decision is the most common thing a referee will do in a game. Did you know that the average Premier League referee makes 245 decisions per game? This is about 3 times more than the average player touches the ball in 90 minutes. So that's roughly 1 decision every 22 seconds. All of this while running 12 kilometres in a game and doing over 70 high-speed sprints. A study from the PGMOL found that referees make on average 5 errors per game, meaning that they are right 98% of the time. Let's put that into a bit of context. The average team pass completion rate in the Premier League is only 75.6%. But how can you get this level of accuracy? Improving your decision-making skills can be done a number of ways. The first would be to do more games, and more games at a higher level, because practice makes perfect. The second would be to improve your fitness so that you aren't mentally fatigued at the end of the game. The third and final tip is to try refereeing small-sided football. Whether this be 6-a-side or futsal refereeing, this kind of football will force you into making lots of decisions very quickly. This will also improve your mental focus and your ability to detect fouls. Our fifth and final skill is communication. As a referee, there are 2 types of communication that you'll use in a match. The first type of communication is verbal. This is how you talk or explain to players and coaches why you have made your decision. Good communication helps in managing player behaviour, preventing dissent, and maintaining control of the game. The second type of communication is physical. This is your referee signals. This type of communication is less for the players, but more for the coaches and the spectators. By giving clear hand signals will allow people around the pitch to understand what is happening all the time without you needing to explain. To improve your communication skills, you can ask your assistants after the game for some honest feedback and where you could have improved your communication better. Also try getting some footage of your game where possible, even if it's just filmed on the sideline by phone. You can watch your signals back afterwards and use the REFSIX video tool to analyse your performance more broadly. If you think you've got what it takes, it's easy to sign up as a referee with these 3 simple steps. Get in touch with your country's footballing governing body or National Refereeing Association and inquire about refereeing training programs. Attend a refereeing training course. Each national association will have different processes that they will guide you through. These courses are designed to teach you the rules and regulations of the game, as well as the mechanics and techniques of being a referee. Anyone over the age of 14 can complete this course, but the game doesn't just need young referees. Plenty of players who are in the twilight of their footballing years also enroll to continue their involvement in the game. It's never too late to become a referee. Our third tip is get out and do it. To further develop your skills as a referee, it's important for you to gain experience by officiating matches at various levels, such as youth or grassroots football games. You will usually start refereeing at the youth level and then progress to higher levels as your experience grows. Unfortunately, associations don't always have the resources to help new referees in every game. That's where tools like REFSIX come in handy. Our app tracks your performance and your decisions made on the pitch. It's free to download and available on a wide range of devices, so give it a try now. So, do you think you've got what it takes to become a referee? Let us know in the comments if there's any other attributes that you think are important. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next video.